Here we go.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another Geek Essentials video. So since my last video on the Nintendo Switch press conference, we've learned a little more about the Nintendo Switch and the launch situation and the games and that kind of thing. And I'm here to talk just a little bit about that today. So perhaps one of the biggest and greatest rumors regarding the Nintendo Switch and the games coming to it is that LA Noire, a Rockstar title, is rumored to be on the Nintendo Switch, to be either remastered or ported over to the Nintendo Switch. I have seen a few videos on this. Levon Kaysen and Dave's Had Enough 187, shout out to those guys, have made videos regarding this, and I do believe that they are 100% correct. That if this were to happen, Rockstar is doing nothing but simply testing the waters with, I don't want to say a low-budget game, but it's a game that was on last generation consoles and probably would not cost them as much to bring it to the Switch as, let's say, a Grand Theft Auto or a Red Dead Redemption or something bigger like that. So, if this is the case, then LA Noire would definitely need to sell if Nintendo Switch gamers want any Rockstar titles whatsoever in the future of that console's life cycle. With games like Red Dead Redemption 2 coming, eventually a Grand Theft Auto 6, although I don't know if the Switch could run a GTA 6 or GTA 5 for that matter. We don't really know much on the specs yet, but let's just say it can for this video's sake. So with games like Red Dead 2 and GTA 6 and, you know, Rockstar, they always have something up their sleeve. So with any future Rockstar titles, if Nintendo Switch gamers want any of that, any version of that, then LA Noire is there simply just to test if Nintendo gamers are going to buy Rockstar titles on their console. I mean, and let's face it, the launch lineup, the confirmed launch lineup right now, in my opinion, is pretty weak. I mean, yeah, they do have their killer app in Zelda, Breath of the Wild. That, to me, is a system seller in itself. But other than that, they have, what, 1-2 Switch, Just Dance 2017, a Skylanders game, and Super Bomberman. You know, some of those titles are okay, but they don't warrant, at least in my opinion, they don't warrant going out and picking up a Nintendo Switch, if you can even find one. And now another thing with the Nintendo Switch that I'd like to bring to this video is that Reggie has said that the 3DS and the Nintendo Switch will coexist. Basically meaning the 3DS isn't going anywhere, you know, the Switch is not taking its place. I find that interesting. The reason being that I believe Nintendo said the same thing when the DS came out with the Game Boy. I think that was the scenario. And we all know what happened there. The Game Boy is no more. They've moved on. So with the Switch and the 3DS, if they're going to coexist, they would be competing with themselves. And I personally do not see how that's going to work. If you're a game developer and you have the chance to develop for something like the 3DS, which is a great system in its own right, or something like the Switch, the bigger, more powerful version of basically the 3DS. You know, it does a lot more, can push a lot more graphics. Which one are you going to pick? I highly doubt that more developers pick the 3DS over the Switch. So if they're going to coexist, I don't see how this is going to work. It's almost like game developers are going to have to pick, do I want to develop for the 3DS or do I want to develop for the Switch? Or they have to make separate versions for the both of them, because let's face it, although the 3DS is a great handheld console, it's not going to be able to do hardly anything that the Switch can do graphically. So it should be interesting. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget Facebook, Twitter, Instagram links in the description, and I will catch you in the next one.